Welcome back to Rochester Living with Mark Siwiec and Corey James Moran, brought to you by Legion Homes by Mark Siwiec and Associates. This is episode 213. Mark, how are you?
I'm good, bud. It is the first day of my favorite month of the year, and I'm so excited.
Real October. Yeah, you're a big Halloween guy, right?
I'm
all the things. Leaf peeping. You're into leaf peeping.
Other than pumpkin latte, whatever that people get so excited about.
Yeah.
At Starbucks.
Pumpkin spice latte. Yeah.
Thank you.
PSL.
The PSL. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, come on. It actually goes by an acronym at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. PSLs. They're the rage right now.
It's 100% a thing.
Okay. Other than PSLs,
There's candles for it. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Other than PSLs, I love everything about the month.
Okay.
I love witches and broomsticks and corn mazes, and I'll even go so far as to say I like candy corn. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. That's pushing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pushing it. But no, man.
My take on candy corn has always been it's trendy to hate on it. It's the Nickelback of candy.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Right?
Or
Or it's not really that bad.
Yeah.
But everyone's it's fun
Or
to
the
dunk on.
Coldplay of we could even go Coldplay, huh? How are you doing?
Just stuffy again for the rest of my life.
No, just for the next 17 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that the cold keeps stringing more and more of them together. I don't know. I'll maybe at some point I'll be able to breathe. That would be awesome.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we introduce our guest really quick?
Absolutely. I'm very excited to kick off my favorite month.
Yeah.
We got my good buddy, Adam Burton. Adam, for those who don't know, pumpkin royalty, okay? And what do we mean by
pump
that?
king?
A punk king.
Oh,
Sure.
that's really good, Corey.
Thank
Have
you.
you
I'll
heard
Take
that
the
before?
crown. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard pumpkin before?
Punk king. Yeah. No, I'll roll with it. Yeah. That's
I
all right.
love that. That's really good. So,
Thank you. It's also a beer. That's fine.
It is, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Adam is known for any number of things, but probably most famous for back in 2015.
Yeah.
You were the winner of, and I always get it wrong, Pumpkin Wars.
Halloween Wars on Food Network. Yeah.
There we go, Halloween Wars on Food Network. Which you, I mean, first of all, that in and of itself is really remarkable because that means there are got to be hundreds and hundreds of submissions. But then even more remarkable is your ability to leverage that and springboard that into a career.
Yeah.
That 10 years in is still striving and going strong. So I can't wait to dive into all this. And given how busy you are and given your collaborations with, Fortune 500 companies and, you're flying all over the country this time of year, the fact that you're actually spending time with us, it really means a lot. So thank you so
Absolutely.
much, bud.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we're going to go do a little bit of real estate news. Anything you might want to add, just jump in if you got. Otherwise,
Of course.
6 minutes from now, we're going to turn to you and everything and all things pumpkin and chicken.
Excellent. Yeah.
right,
Pumpkins and
great.
chicken.
Okay,
I saw the
Totally
truck.
normal life. Yeah.
I saw the truck.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. I can't hide in that thing everywhere I go.
All right, let's jump into it. Let's get our market update. So last week, Monroe County, we had 612 single-family active listings. Did that number go up or down, Mark? Pop quiz.
That number has gone up.
Down.
Come on.
577. I would say that's a significant downtrend.
What's so interesting about that is we keep going back to this, but it's not only at this point in time, I would imagine a lack of new listings. It's also I think it's a lack of new listings. I mean, yeah, because we were getting new listings and properties were taking a longer period of time.
Yep.
Now I think it's just nothing's being listed for sale.
Yeah, I looked at the new ones today.
Although there was this place on Cuco Lake.
We'll get to that in a second. It's good timing for you. Good
Yeah,
timing.
right. Yeah, such good timing. Yeah.
6-county region, it was 1092 last week. We're down to 1056 right now.
Okay.
Under contract and pending, that number also dropped.
Okay.
1097 last week. We're at 1086 from Monroe County. 6-county region, 1694 last week. We're at 1658.
Okay.
But you did mention it, so let's get to it.
All right. So after 18 really spectacular years, Duffy and I have decided, we just put it on the market for sale this morning, our place down in Cuco Lake, Hammondsport. Gorgeous property. It was an old barn.
You had it moved to the location.
Yeah, the Mennonites disassembled it in one part of the lake. They've moved it over to our 29 acres.
How many nails were used?
None, because it's
None?
all
Isn't that
just.
amazing? It's like Lincoln Logs. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. You should. You know what? We'll have Adam and Brandon go ahead and include some photos in their editing.
I'd love to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really really beautiful place with spectacular views of the bluff. But we've decided that, and it's all part of the plan. But we've known that after hiking Patagonia and going on 4 or 5 safaris and Galapagos and all this stuff. We set out 28 years ago to get all the difficult trips out of the way early on, knowing that we were going to look at Europe and float down the Danube or the Seine, very, very casually in our later years. So it also makes sense. I wanted to diversify my real estate portfolio. So we're selling this, and I'm going over to Barcelona in a few weeks, and I'm looking to purchase a building, an apartment building in Barcelona. So we'll see what happens.
There you go.
But this is so bittersweet because, I mean, my heart...
There's been tears. There's
yeah,
been tears.
Yeah. Honestly, I started reading. Oh man, no, let's move on. I started reading the description to Duffy this morning, and I got choked up. I mean,
it's a special place. I mean, it's I saw what Duffy posted on Facebook and I shared it, and I said it's truly it's one of a kind. Like it really, really is one of those one of a kind.
This is your
properties.
place?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
we just spent the first summer, or a week on Cuca for the first time this year. Fell in love. I mean,
it's fantastic.
Absolutely gorgeous lake.
It is such a great lake. And so where were you?
We were on the west side, almost to the tip of the bluff.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah. So it was phenomenal. It was a little Airbnb out there.
Near Pulteney? You were probably right near Pulteney.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know where the heck I am, but
You have your specialties. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. I just put it in Google Maps and we're there. But it was absolutely beautiful. The lake was crystal clear. We had such a fun time with the family.
Oh yeah, it really. We're gonna miss so much about that place. But as Duffy keeps telling and reminding me over and over again, we're selling this in order to begin the next chapter, which is going to be very cool.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested, just give me a call 330-8750. Listed for $1.25 million.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm calling you right now.
Dibs. He called dibs.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get an update on the mortgage interest rates. Kind of flat from where we've been. 6.83 or 6.38 rather. Last week we're at 6.37 right now. 15-year was 5.9 last week. We're at 5.89. That could be changing.
I think it's going to. Yeah.
For the better or for the worse, because we're currently, check my watch, in a government shutdown for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and I don't see that. I mean,
well, listen, the Democrats and Republicans have done a great job of agreeing on things and finding common ground to get stuff done. So obviously, this will be solved very quickly.
Totally.
This is gonna be protracted, prolonged, and I would imagine the bond market vigilantes in particular, are not going to look favorably on what's playing out here. So I would imagine that the yield on the 10-year Treasury is going to start to rise.
Or people flock to the Treasury because historically, when there's been a government shutdown, it has actually driven rates a little bit lower.
Okay. All right. Well, that's an interesting take. I did not know this. That's very interesting. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. Let me just, can you tap dance for a second?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk about some of the just really high-level impacts of this. So anyone that has an FHA loan, or really a lot of loans in general, can get kind of caught up in the weeds a little bit, just because the process is obviously going to be impacted.
Right. Yeah.
Anyone
with Section 8 housing, that kind of thing is going to be an issue. Not ideal.
No, not ideal.
I'm just pulling up
This
here.
is
My apologies, but the 10-year Treasury right now.
Yeah, where are we at right now?
It's down slightly. It doesn't seem to be reacting all that much.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see where it plays out.
Do you think it's getting numb to all the uncertainty? Does that happen eventually? It's got to happen eventually, right?
I think I'm going to bifurcate. I think the market itself is numb, and to use a phrase from the 90s, there's irrational exuberance that's playing out right now. I mean, the market is very, very, very frothy. However, the market is, there are a lot of people who invest in the market. The Treasury market, these are mostly academics, investors, high-level individuals. There's no emotion that goes into their other thing. It's just very, very analytical.
It's data, yeah.
It's all data. Yeah, exactly. So I'm imagining that the 10-year. So the bond market, I think, always plays out differently than the stock market in general. So so I do think the stock market is numb, and I think they're just behaving stupidly. So
well, I mean, we always try to find the silver lining here. If there's anything positive, we'll have less economic data for it to respond to. Jobs report is supposed to be on Friday. Again, unlikely.
That's it would be shocking if the president fired any number of different economic advisors recently, and the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Because he didn't like the data, well, now he's got no data.
We do have a little. PCE did come out last week.
Okay, all right. So that's looking backward. Yep, go ahead.
So that was what rose to 2.7%, which was higher than expectations. I mean, that's not ideal either. But what's really interesting is that inflation is ticking up, but then you look at the consumer sentiment, that fell for the second straight month, down 5%. So consumer sentiment's going down, but inflation's going up.
Well, and it goes back to, I think, something that I just said a moment ago in regard to the stock market. I mean, people just keep throwing money at the stock market and throwing money at the stock market, despite the fact that it's slated for, it's due for a correction. And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in the next couple of weeks there was a major correction of the stock market, because it is so frothy, and because we've got this government shutdown right now. But I think that the same people who are throwing money willy-nilly at the stock market are the same people who have no faith in the economy, but are at the same time going out there buying their, I don't know, Dunkin' Donuts goldfish. And they're.
Don't you dare throw shade at the Dunkin' Donuts
Oh,
goldfish.
I'm not throwing shade at the people who are, stupidly going out and buying their tickets for the Cardi B upcoming concert tour. So you going to that, by the way? You going?
Me?
Yeah. No?
Did we mention I had 3 kids?
No. Otherwise, you'd be there front and center.
I've got basically a concert venue in the backyard. I've been to one concert in 2 years.
Cardi B? Yes. No.
No, not
Yeah, not my cup of tea either.
Yeah.
Did you hear she's pregnant? You heard that, right?
No.
Do you know who the daddy is? Yep. Go on.
Yeah, I'm bad, but Bill's Dawkins? No.
Stefan Diggs.
Oh!
Yeah. Right.
Well, I was way off.
That is no leap of that just makes so much sense, right?
Yeah.
They're both just freaks.
Yeah.
In the best sense of the word. I love them both.
What do you mean? Because he had multiple women in different hotel rooms in the same hotel that he was going back and forth to, like he's Mrs. Doubtfire?
Well, now he's got Cardi. Yeah. So
Wow.
anyway. So the economy. I mean, it really is. We're in a little bit of a precarious situation here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if. And we have a difference of opinion probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if the 30-year mortgage started to rise again, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a correction of the stock market.
I'm just hopefully optimistic.
Yeah.
Internally.
Irrationally exuberant, one would say.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's chat more with Adam. Let's go back. You're 8 years old, and someone comes up to you and says, you're going to be a professional pumpkin sculptor and carver. What do you think would run through your mind at that point?
I don't think it would have surprised me back then.
Real? Okay,
Yeah,
so this was
yeah.
like you were in immediately.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not a career path that I chose necessarily. It kind of chose me.
Yeah.
But I've always been in love with Halloween, the fall season. Halloween for me, as a creative, as an artist, was a way for me to express my creativity at a very young age. And that's where I fell in love with costume design and the holiday itself, but then pumpkin carving. So
like, what age are we talking? How young?
I mean, as long as I can remember. I've been going to Powers Farm Market here in Rochester with my family since I was a kid, and I still shop there today. I'm friends with the Powers family.
Oh,
and
wow.
In the teepee?
Yeah.
Yep. You gotta hit the teepee. It's up.
Yep.
The pumpkin field is full. I was just there yesterday. It's beautiful. Hundreds of beautiful pumpkins. I think I'm spoiled a little bit. We have some of the best pumpkins in the world here in Rochester.
Do we really?
Yeah, upstate New York is some of the best, climate for pumpkin growing, and the Powers family specifically, they curate some of the different strains. There's over 500 or 600 different pumpkin strains, which is wild to think about. But there's a few in particular that I always source during the year, whether it's for sculpture or etching or some of the little characters that I make with the potato eyeballs. So I'm very spoiled to be up here in Rochester and just love pumpkins. So.
Wow, we had Dale Wickham on just recently. The Powers, they don't. Maybe next year, you can make a call on my behalf and say, give Siwiec a return phone call.
Oh, for sure.
Otherwise, we would have had the Powers family on. But we had Dale Wickham, and then we've also had Amy McAmer from Herd Orchards.
Okay.
Two farmers, and we love the agricultural scene here in Rochester, and it's pretty remarkable because we keep hearing over and over and over again like what a great environment this is for agriculture.
For sure.
But I want to go back. At what age did you realize that you had perhaps an artistry about you that others that was a little unusual? Not in a pejorative sense, but at what point in time did you realize like, oh no, not everybody can has this artistic sensibility in the way that I do?
Well, again, pumpkin carving for me, even at a young age, was a way for me to do something different and be creative. But it wasn't really until high school when I started taking some of the art tools home with me and starting the sculptural style pumpkin carvings. And that was really the turning point for me. That was,
Interesting.
right around 2000 or so. Because I was doing clay and a bunch of different other mediums at School of the Arts here in Rochester, and I graduated as a visual artist, but I would take some of these tools home. I'd take some of these clay tools home, and I'd spend the entire day on a single pumpkin carving. 8 to 10 hours.
Wow.
And, just trying to push the boundaries with pumpkin. Instead of your traditional jack-o'-lantern triangle eyes, it's like, what can we do with this medium? So
It's also kind of the opposite of what you would think, because you think maybe have like a sculpting background first, and then you find pumpkins as kind of the medium, but it was kind of the reverse of that.
Yeah, a little bit of the reverse. I mean, what School of the Arts opened for me, as far as working with metal and glass and clay, I had never been an opportunity until then. But that combination of things, and then my love for pumpkins, kind of mashed up into one, and here we are.
So at this point in your life, I mean, you got 3 kids. You've got the restaurant, and then you've got this very, very vibrant career as a professional pumpkin carver. Do you have any time? Do you have any desire, first of all, and then secondly, do you have any time to actually pursue other artistic interests?
The short answer is probably no. As much as I want to focus more on my art, a restaurant is a full-time gig. Having 3 kids is more than a full-time gig.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then, trying to squeeze in a seasonal career with pumpkin carving, which starts, early September for me, and I go all the way till November. I don't sleep much during these few months.
So, all right. So, last question, and we'll turn it back over to you, Corey. But if you had your druthers, if you had, let's say retirement, what is the medium that you start to gravitate toward? Is it sketching? Is it painting? Is it more carving? Carving of something other than pumpkins? Where do you think you're headed?
That's a great question. I think I'll always work with pumpkins.
Wow. Okay.
Especially from a seasonal thing, I've just fallen in love with that medium. It's an ephemeral art, meaning I have to create something and ultimately let it go. And that kind of contradicts my personality a little bit. I'm very controlling and detail orientated. So for me to have to spend 8 hours on a carving and ultimately it rots in 2 days is this therapeutic release,
I know. Because I told you last year. Do you remember? I bought and I'm not being polite. Adam, you did an Elysian Homes pumpkin last year that was so spectacular.
Videos on our YouTube if you want to watch.
It is so beautiful, and I'm going to have our guys. Brandon in particular, he's going to go ahead and we're going to insert some of that footage from last year. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. And I love the month, as I said, so much. And then we put the light bulb in. It was all spooky and airy and all great. And then somebody took off on Friday at 2 p.m. with the light bulb in.
Oh, no.
And we came back in, and it was just the whole pumpkin. It just melted. It was pumpkin soup.
Oh, no way.
Oh my God!
Wait, and how long? 1 day?
It was over the weekend. This was on a Friday, and over the weekend,
yeah.
Like it was
because that light bulb's essentially just cooking it from the inside.
What's the wattage of that bulb?
It was like an easy bake.
How many
oven.
lumens?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey.
All right, so let's kind of backtrack here a little bit. So, you found this artistry, really love to do this. When was the moment where it went from hobby, I guess you could say, to now a career path? Was it getting on Halloween Wars?
It was probably a year or two before that. I actually moved to New York City with my wife. She got a job opportunity. We went down there.
You were Brooklyn hipsters, right?
Yeah, we were Brooklyn hipsters. We were in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I had a product-based business at that time called the Mustache Bottle Opener. That's a whole different story, but was in the competitive facial hair scene for a few years. I had the longest mustache, or I ranked nationally. I was 3rd in the country and held the title in New York for almost 3 years running for best styled mustache. So.
No.
Maybe
your resume.
All right, we have to get an image of that.
I'll definitely. I'll share some images.
Can we find that online?
Yeah, if you Googled me and mustache, you could probably see.
I can't wait.
The mustache
you keep
bottle
talking.
opener.
I gotta pull this up right now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Again, it was an artistic way for me to style mustache and compete, but also to promote my product at the time. So. I don't know if you remember, that was 2012, 13. Mustaches were the hit everywhere. So
they're coming back, by the way.
They're coming back.
Thanks, Josh Allen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah. Anyway, so long story short, we moved to New York, and my mother had sent me an article from the New York Times or something, and there was an article about the Maniac Pumpkin Carvers. And it's 2 guys, Mark and Chris, and they own a company in New York City, and they carve pumpkins professionally. So I reached out to them, ended up, they took me in for a couple seasons. I've worked with them, and that's how I fell into the opportunity to get on Food Network and compete on Halloween Wars. So winning that show in 2015 was probably the turning point where I could solidify myself as professional pumpkin carver, and hold that title. And, it's just been history from there.
I'm looking at these photos. You are way too cool to be like hanging out here with me. Like, like you are so cool. I can't wait to post some of these.
Did you find some? Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look at these.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, and there's one with you on a plastic horse.
That was my T-shirt. That's actually my brother who.
Oh, that's your brother.
Yeah.
Right, so he's also
Yeah. He's my brother and sister are twins, but I look more like my brother than him and his sister. So.
Too funny.
Yeah, too funny.
Her mustache isn't nearly as.
No, it didn't really come in for her.
Now?
She's a redhead, so it didn't really show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There we go. But
Bummer.
yeah.
So let's talk about Halloween Wars. What was
Okay.
that experience like?
So that was, again, a huge turning point for me. I was so excited to get the opportunity, very nervous to compete. Those shows, you're paired up with a candy artist and a cake artist. So you're combining the three mediums into one big display for the judges. And pumpkin and sugar and candy don't really mix. So we were kind of fighting that. But really, you're teamed up with two other artists that you've never met before. And either you get along and you jive or you don't.
It's kind of like a band, right? Where
Yeah.
just musicians who are really good individually get together, and maybe you're good together, maybe you're not.
Right. Luckily, I was working with an artist, Darcy and Robert, and we hit it off. We aligned on our designs. We also kind of figured out early in the show that it was fairly political, that you were there to produce a great piece, but ultimately you were there to produce TV, right?
Yeah,
they wanted a
yeah,
show.
sure.
So they wanted drama, and we were able to kind of play into that. So like I was the bad guy of the team, and I was kind of like trying to boss everybody around, but that was just the angle that we played. We were really great friends, and that kind of carried us to the season finale. We put together one of the best pieces, and we ended up winning the show, which was just incredible.
So do you remember your pumpkin? What was it? What did you carve? Just a traditional jack-o'-lantern?
No, oh my God, no. This was the final competition was. It's like a 6x6 plinth, so you have to it's like larger than life. So we had access to all these giant pumpkins and endless materials to use, and I'm trying to think. Our final one was. A little boy in a pumpkin cauldron. So I had a giant pumpkin and I sculpted it into a cauldron, painted it black, and there was this little kid spinning in it and these skeletons crawling up to eat him. So we had this whole story behind it. All
wild.
came together, amazing. We ended up winning the show. It was unbelievable.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
awesome! We got to pull that up. See,
So
we
many
gotta pull
things.
that up.
A lot of
also.
visual
Yeah.
elements.
No, there's good visuals. I'll share it with you guys. So you can
Oh
include
my
them, yeah.
God, that's great.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because I got 1,000 questions. Go on.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Biggest pumpkin you've ever carved?
Might have been last year. It was 2,426 pounds or something.
And
Wait, how much was it?
2,400.
You said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be on a crane, right? How do you even get that over?
Oh
there?
yeah, no. They so the Pumpkin Commonwealth. There's a whole society of giant pumpkin carvers, and they all compete to grow the biggest pumpkin. And a lot of the pumpkins come from the Northeast, so like Pennsylvania and upstate New York. So again, prime pumpkin growing. But the New York Botanical Gardens usually pulls in 3 of the largest pumpkins in the world. They're on display at the garden, and then I'm lucky enough to get to carve one at the end of every season. So.
Oh my
How
God.
much pressure is that?
There's a little bit of pressure, So again, ephemeral art. The giants are actually really they're softer than a small pumpkin. The bigger the pumpkin grows, the softer the skin and flesh is, which is a little backwards. But there's so many things that could go wrong. If you make the wrong cut, the whole pumpkin could collapse. We only have we're fighting the elements, rain, sun, bees. So many things could happen, and we have only 3 days to produce a finished piece.
So what did you carve?
Last year, New York Botanical was doing a program with Alice in Wonderland. So we played into that theme, and it was essentially Alice falling down the rabbit hole, and we had all the characters around kind of interacting. So it was large. I mean, it was larger than life. It was probably 2-foot plinth, 7 or 8 foot carving. I had 5 or 6 artists join me, and we were working all day, every day to finish this piece.
So it's like Andy Warhol in his factory. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Seriously. So you have all these interesting and very important Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, well, now I've been able to position myself through some success on social media. So I really learned social media through the Mustache Bottle Opener. Had background in design and marketing. I started the restaurant because of that, because there was a hole in the market for fried chicken. And then I've used that to kind of harness myself on social media and rank myself as the number 2 pumpkin carver in the world. And I have
Number one in our eyes, right, Corey?
number one. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So who are some of the Fortune 500? Like, for instance, I know you work with Disney.
Yeah, I did Disney and Marvel last year for Agatha All Along. I've worked with I actually carved a PSL into a pumpkin 2 years ago for Starbucks.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like literal life size. It was one of my favorite carvings. I did the Starbucks logo out of a piece of watermelon rind to get the green color. They didn't use that edit, but I thought it was fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah, it really came out cool. So that's just been snowballing. This year, I'm probably working with the biggest brands ever. I just did a collaboration with pumpkin spiced grams for Dunkin' Donuts and Goldfish. So that just released a few days ago.
Yeah,
and we have the grams here. This is the new collab.
Not coffee.
Not coffee. These are actually quite delicious. So the pumpkin donut at Dunkin' Donuts, which is seasonal, and Goldfish have kind of collabed to make these little graham crackers.
Can we?
Oh, please.
All
Rip 'em
right,
open,
let's
yeah.
do it.
Mark will have the entire bag.
Yeah.
Before the
Give-
episode is over.
They're
Give me 2
surprisingly
minutes.
delicious. Yeah.
Tim, do we have a vacuum?
What about celebrities? I mean, you probably have like a celebrity following.
I haven't had the opportunity to work with too many celebrities that are coming to mind right now. I'm just waiting for the phone call, so we'll see what happens.
This could be it.
Yeah,
This could be it.
Cardi
yeah.
B, are you watching?
There you go.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be fun to carve pumpkins for Cardi B?
Yeah.
What would a Cardi B pumpkin look
Oh,
like?
I don't know.
We can't go there. This is a
G-rated.
G-rated show.
Fair.
I'll do anything. No, I've done some portraits. I did Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega last year for my daughter. There's a gentleman on HGTV. I did his portrait and a couple other celebrities. So I can't say too much. I got a couple projects in the bank right now that aren't released yet, but some really fun stuff coming out.
So I've had to move the microphone away from my consumption of these Dunkin' pumpkin spice graham goldfish, and they're good.
They're
They
good.
really are. Yeah,
We've
they really
converted
are.
Mark. He's now a pumpkin spice fan.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Try these, Corey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
try
ask him a question first.
Yes. So, we'll talk about Chicken Out Rock as well.
Okay.
But first, maybe some tips for just people that want to carve pumpkins. What are some of the kind of tricks that you use? I noticed one in the video. It was the spray that you use on the pumpkin.
Sure. Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah.
was lime juice.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice, okay.
I use. So I've come up with this concoction that kind of helps keep the pumpkin moist and prevent the mold and bacteria from growing. Does it work 100%? No, but it does extend the life and keep them clean. So it's half lemon juice and water, a little hydrogen peroxide, and then I use lemongrass essential oil. Shake it all up and kind of mist the pumpkin after it's been carved. But those, I have like probably top 10 questions every single year that I get asked. That's one. How do you keep a pumpkin fresh? How do you pick a perfect pumpkin? And then what do you do for the rest of the year, the other 11 months of the year?
Well, we know the answer to that. But
Yeah.
Can I weigh in, though, with one of the things that I found most interesting when we did the video was you're not cutting off the top and carving.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit, because it's so simple, but it
Yeah.
makes so much sense.
So shameless plug, if you want to learn all the tips and tricks, follow me at Adam Burton. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, the whole thing.
Awesome.
So I have a bunch of videos on all the stuff. But your traditional jack-o'-lantern, you cut the top, scoop it out. I actually cut from the back of the pumpkin. So you're not compromising the integrity of the stem. You're not cutting the bottom where all the juices kind of drip out. I cut a little window in the back, and it kind of preserves the whole integrity of the pumpkin. And that's something I've been doing for years.
So smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Lots more tips and tricks to be shared
Yeah. All right.
this
So
year.
I'm glad you actually mentioned that, because you really do have a great social media following. So hopefully people are going to go to that and just get some really great tips. So.
Yeah, I got a lot of fun things planned for this year. So
All right. So do I have this right? You're allergic to pumpkins? Is that right?
So I'm mildly allergic to pumpkin. Yes,
At least mildly. Okay, good.
mildly. So when you scoop 20 pumpkins in an evening, I break out in a rash on my scooping hand. But it's a medium that that contradicts me, like I said.
Did the 2,000-pound pumpkin terrify you?
No, not necessarily. I was inside of the 2,000-pound pumpkin last year. There's a video online. So like the farmers actually come and de-seed these pumpkins every year because the seeds are so coveted. So one seed could go for like $500, but most of the growers keep that strain in their family and keep mixing or whatever they do. But they cut a big window large enough for a grown man to climb through, and they de-seed the pumpkin before I carve it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I had the opportunity to get
Peter
in. Yeah.
Dinklage like man, but
No,
like
no, no.
an actual like
Full grown, like, you know, I'm not a,
Like
I'm not a
Winston
small
Churchill
dude,
like,
but
or yeah?
no,
No,
yeah,
okay.
I was inside of there because we had to build a structure to kind of support one of the holes that we were doing. But yeah, there's some fun videos online that you can check out.
Oh my God.
You said one of the other questions was, what do you do for the rest of the year? I think it's a good time to bring up the restaurant. So
Yeah.
Chicken Out here in Rochester.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Really, honestly, the best chicken in all of Rochester.
phenomenal.
I mean, no two ways about it.
I don't know if you know this about me, Mark, but I'm a bit of a chicken finger aficionado, I feel like.
Okay.
So I go around
didn't know that.
and kind of rate the ones, and I would say Chicken Out is probably my number one.
All right. Well, that means the world to me. So thank you.
And it's your grandmother's recipe?
Yeah, so I grew up eating fried chicken. My grandmother was from the South. She married an Italian. So, you know, family Sunday dinners were very big, and either we had sauce or fried chicken. So when I moved back from New York City, I was looking for good fried chicken, and I couldn't find it. So this idea kind of started in my head. I started experimenting with fried chicken. I actually spent a year and a half developing just the fried chicken recipe alone. I worked at a national brand as an undercover agent to kind of learn how to fry in volume.
No.
And then
amazing.
I launched.
When's your movie coming up, by the way?
Yeah, I agree.
Mustache aficionado, pumpkin carver, fried chicken expert.
Totally normal career path, right? Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow.
So, so it just kind of all fell into place. We launched in 2019 at my brother's bar just to kind of test the market. I was cooking 1 day a week on Thursdays, went kind of viral. People were lining up out the door. It was crazy. I was about to sign a lease down the street on University, and then COVID hit. So I got stuck in this pop-up model for a couple years. But thankfully, we were able to navigate that as a pop-up. I didn't have all this overhead. I didn't have a rent payment and all these other things. So we navigated. I found a building downtown right behind the little theater.
Yep.
I purchased that building, did a complete renovation, and now we have this big, beautiful space and a full bar and dining room.
It really is something.
Yeah.
You've got great staff, and again, the chicken is great. And when you host events there,
Yeah. Well, we have this massive dining room,
Yeah.
because I was operating as a mostly a to-go spot for all these years. So people still walk in, they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you had this bar and dining room." But that was always the dream, because I was doing interior design and renovation in New York City, but I was always doing all these.
did you get that? Did you add that at one of the lists? Yeah. Interior design. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was doing all these awesome projects, working for TEDx and all these like high-end clients in Manhattan and Brooklyn, and like doing like these funky renovations. And they were fun and creative, but it was never my design. So this was a way for me to kind of cram everything I knew about business into one model. I knew food and hospitality, I knew the interior design, and I wanted to kind of take that and add the marketing spin. So the Chicken Out, Instagram is fun. We were hiding golden eggs when we started for free food.
Remember that?
Yeah. It's just been a blast, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the secret with the bread underneath the chicken?
So that I picked up at Nashville. So I went out to pick up one of our puppies from Nashville, and I used that as a way to do some research and development. So I ate fried chicken for 48 hours straight. Went to all the big spots.
It's a good place to go for it.
Yeah. So my idea was that the piece of white bread elevated the chicken off the plate so it stayed crispy. But really in Nashville, because the Nashville hot chicken trend was going on, but in Nashville I learned that they take the white bread and pull the chicken apart so you don't get the spice on your fingers.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've actually removed the white bread from our plates over the last couple of years. It just wasn't sustainable. It didn't really, fit the vibe. So anyway, there's been some changes, but some of the things like my mac salad is literally my grandmother's recipe to the T. We do the cucumber and onion salad, which is on the table.
Yes. Yeah.
So very inspired by my roots, my grandmother's cooking, and how I grew up.
So I want to pivot here just a little bit. One of the things I'm loving about this conversation, and one of the things I know about you, is that you really have a zest for life. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah.
You don't wake up every day wondering what the currents or how life is going to push you around. Like you wake up and like today I'm going to, and then you're suddenly waxing your mustache or and that's really just like such a great philosophy, especially. I think that so many people in this day and age are just so concerned about their personal well-being and the well-being of the country and and concerns about the economy and the state of our democracy. They seem not to be able to just wake up and take control.
Right.
And the way that you do, and the way that you have, and the way that you do, I think it's just admirable and commendable. I mean, any thoughts about that? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, maybe I've just had my blinders up, but that's just been how I've operated since I was a kid. I've always been an entrepreneur. I was selling candy in elementary school when I was a kid, and Kool-Aid was one of my first businesses. We have Kool-Aid on the menu at Chicken Out. So I don't know. I've always been a creative. I just like to build and create cool stuff, and it's been kind of a wild ride. But
Do your kids carry any of the same genetic predisposition with them?
yes, thank God. All of my kids are creatives. My oldest, my daughter, is definitely an artist, and then my youngest is entrepreneurial driven. So he just started his first passive income business. We have a gumball machine at Chicken Out. So he's
There we go. Nice.
There's a little cardboard cutout of him because he's so proud. So when you walk in, make sure you support the boy and buy a gumball. But
Oh, that's great.
yeah, so but they're all into pumpkin carving. They're all into art. My middle boy Cash is super creative. We have a YouTube channel that we're going to start to create for him, and just whatever we can do to create and have fun.
And then, all right, so you talk about their entrepreneurial spirit and their artistry, but also like this sort of like free spirit, like, just like thinking outside of the box and just waking up and like really wanted to take,
Well, it seems like it's honestly
carpe diem. Yeah, go ahead.
a lot of it's a lack of fear of just trying.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
So many people get stuck, right? Where they have this great idea and they want to try this thing, but they just they paralyze themselves.
Well,
they can't
don't get me wrong. I mean, I do fall into that bucket. Fear of starting is in all of our DNA, right? But really, that's the biggest leap. Is like you just go for it and see what happens. If you don't try,
And thank you for defining it the way that you did, because I'm not built in that way. I mean, I need to know. I need to know very, very concretely. I mean, I don't like moving. I don't like Duffy
selling properties.
Yeah.
Your own property.
Yeah, exactly. Duffy came home from teaching probably about 15, 16 years ago, and he said, "Oh, I'm done." I was like, "Great, what are you going to do for the summer?" He's like, "No, I'm done." I'm like, I'm done teaching. I'm retired." I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, "I don't know." And I was blown away. I was a little angry. I was like, well, okay, maybe we should have talked about this.
Yeah.
But like in his mind, like everything's going to be perfectly fine. And you seem to operate in the same way. And I find that so commendable.
Well, thanks.
And at the same time, terrifying.
No, sure. But I think that's part of life. Like if you can will it, it will happen. So like if you think it's going to be terrible, it'll be terrible. Yeah. But if it's going to be great, it's going to be great.
I love that, bud. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Corey, where are we going, bud?
I'm good. Anything else you want to add?
The most what is one more question?
I do have one. Okay.
All right.
All right, go.
The most that anybody's ever paid for one of your creations.
I can't say the name, but maybe the most. It was a combined project, but the most I got paid for a single pumpkin was $7,500.
Okay, that's
which is
remarkable.
Maybe mind blowing, especially from where I started. To take something like a pumpkin and turn it into art. Obviously, the social media side, like there's editing and video production behind that, which adds a little bit of value. But some of the brand deals that I've been doing have been so much fun, and it's kind of where I want to take the pumpkin carving career.
$7,500, like, and it's not as though you're going to have this thing hanging on your wall for the next 30 years.
Well, no. One of the saddest things about some of these deals, like the goldfish pumpkin that I just did, is beautiful. I spent 2 days on this. It's half sculptural, half etching. Gorgeous piece. Obviously, I filmed it, delivered it to the client, but that pumpkin is just sitting in my fridge, and I'll have to eventually just put it in compost. So again, this whole like creation into having to let go is part of the process.
I think that's just fascinating. Congratulations. That's amazing. Corey, you said you had one more.
Most outrageous request.
Oh, good one.
Ooh.
And maybe it's one that you did end up doing, or one that you were like, nah, I'm gonna pass.
I will say that I did a pumpkin last year that I took down from my social media, so maybe you saw that. Oh. It was a little controversial, but I think you probably saw it. Anyway, I like to play into some trending stuff and see if we can take pumpkin carving and make it go viral. But most outrageous request. I've gotten some weird messages on Instagram for people that want to carve their girlfriend's face in a pumpkin.
Oh, no.
So I don't know if it's like the girlfriend or this guy just likes a girl. I don't know. I've stayed away from some of those projects.
Probably a good plan. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Cardi, if Cardi B were to call.
I would pick up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What could we create?
You know who should really call? And I'm dead serious. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills
yes.
should call you.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
you should do a Josh. You know what? I bet you if you did a Josh Allen something or other, or if you did a Buffalo Bills
viral
something or other,
instantly. Yeah.
it would take off, and you'd probably have a lifelong client in the Buffalo Bills. Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Highmark Stadium.
Oh, there we go.
Final season.
There we go. I love that.
Final season. So I will tell you this. I competed on a show called Outrageous Pumpkins more recently. A gentleman named Eric Jones won the show. Very talented artist. He lives in Buffalo, and he does a lot of sand sculpture, and he does a bunch of stuff with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, wow.
I do have in my plans, very tight schedule. I got a whole bunch of projects to get out, but Josh Allen Pumpkin should be hitting the market this season. So give me a follow. Yeah, and we'll see if I can pull it off.
Really?
Yeah. Why not? Right?
Oh my God.
We love the Bills.
Are we
Yeah.
going to go just his profile or the snow leap?
Yeah, so that's
against
it.
San Francisco.
Maybe you guys can send me some reference images of like what should be carved, because I can't find the should he be in his helmet? Is it just him with the
I
mustache?
think it's just Josh like doing the split in the air as he's like leaping. Yeah, I mean,
Against San Francisco,
like,
2
right.
years ago, right in the
Yeah.
snow.
3,
Jumping Josh or leaping Josh?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yep.
The Jumpin' Josh O'Lantern.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go.
We already have the name.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, well,
the other
well done
request
there.
I have this year, the trending one is K-pop Demon Hunters. Are you there
Oh
yet?
my God.
I'm not there. I've heard a lot about it.
My daughter is obsessed. I guess it's like the most watched show on Netflix in history.
Ever. Yes, yeah.
Broke all the Billboard charts. Crazy. So if I can squeeze that one in, I got to do one for my daughter.
Well,
So,
wait, today's the 1st. All right, so wait, 2 days from now.
yeah.
We've got the new album from Taylor Swift. Has Taylor reached out and she asked you to? No.
No, I haven't gotten the phone call from Taylor yet.
All right, well, she's got 2
unfortunately.
days.
I'm sure.
Two days.
Recreating the engagement photo. That would also go viral.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You know what happens as a pumpkin carver? Most of my inquiries will come after today, so October 1st. But really what happens is like I book all of my jobs. So like my season is already booked.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We stick around for a few minutes because there are things we want to talk about, just in terms of what's going on. But again, I mean, given how busy you are this very point in time in the calendar year, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
and
Yeah,
I
of course.
I can't wait for some of these images and for our team to actually put some of these online. And again, the fact that you're so damn cool and you came here to spend time with me is just unreal. So thank
man.
you, Adam.
Thank you
very
so much for
bud.
having me, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
A little Rochester news.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's see. Is this correct? This can't be right. People are mad at RG&E. No. They
I don't believe it.
can't be.
Oh my God.
Proposing a 26% increase in electricity delivery and a 22.2% increase in gas delivery. They had the city hall, actually 2 sessions. People are angry.
Well, maybe before they actually ask for the increase, maybe they should actually provide service for all the need that we have here in Monroe County.
That's the problem, is the crumbling infrastructure that needs money to be rebuilt.
Oh dear God! I mean, like I know so many builders who are desperate for another building, another subdivision, and they can't do it because RG&E is not providing this community enough electricity. Shame on you guys.
So just
and
to
then
break-
22 or 26%. That's criminal.
It's another $52 per month.
For
the average customer.
That's just shame on you guys. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Here's some good news, though. This is really good. We like this. We've been talking about art. We've had several episodes really kind of focused on art. Rochester was named in the top 20 for arts vibrancy. This was SMU Data Arts Vibrancy Index. We're actually number 15 on the list.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
I think we talked a little bit about this when Sarah Jesse was on, the head of the Memorial Art Gallery. I mean, yes, I think we got a really, really great artistic scene, but oh God, I miss. Were you around when all the galleries peppered downtown Rochester? We had all these great art galleries in downtown Rochester. We had some really, really great performance spaces. I mean, I miss all that. So,
Yeah.
There was definitely a stronger scene, 15, 20 years ago. But
I agree. I think it's changed a little bit over the years. Makes me sad as well, but it's nice to hear that we still rank high in the country.
yeah, that's great.
A little bit of a resurgence, right? Fringe festivals prop things up a little bit.
Yeah, Fringe is doing great. Yeah.
We had Erica Free on
you did?
Erica Free a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. Oh my God.
I did a Fringe Fest Pumpkin. Oh my God, it's probably 5 or 6 years ago now, but that was one of my first ones locally. I don't do a lot of local stuff, honestly. I did a 500 pounder at Blossom Road Pub when my season was airing on Food Network, but other than that, all my stuff is either in New York City or it's all social media stuff. But it'd be great to do a giant
Rochester,
here.
step up.
Let's
on.
go,
Come on,
Rock.
come
Let's
on.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
carve some pumpkins.
Pop culture? What are you guys watching? I've got one.
Go.
If you watch the Charlie Sheen documentary,
Ooh, I started it. I haven't finished yet.
Is it dark?
no, it's actually kind of incredible. Just the brutal honesty
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
that he has about the entire situation, and just obviously going back in our minds of seeing how that played out. Kind of insane to get his take on it and filling in what was going on.
Yeah.
I've
And
not.
there's I won't spoil. There's a couple bombshell tidbits that he drops at the very end
Yeah.
of the documentary.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm
Worth
excited
the,
to get
worth
back
the
in.
finish. I know
Okay.
it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for that. Duffy and I will watch that sometime in the next few nights. Yeah, because we're waiting for. Let's see. Well, actually, tonight, episode 3 or 4 of the morning show is going to air.
Oh, okay. It's
really?
back. Season
Season 4.
4. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's, I mean, it's okay, but like one of the things I've always loved about the show is the architecture and the sets and the furniture and
Yeah.
like that shit is dialed in.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Oh my god! And I mean, I'm sorry, Pharrell. Everybody refers to him as a vampire. I mean, Jennifer Aniston. I mean, the woman is 56 years old, and she's smoking hot.
Yeah, incredible.
She's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. She's so I'm in love with that. But if you haven't started watching Task
Okay.
is on HBO, and it's an FBI drama. It's very dark and very well done. The acting
Is there murder?
Is
asking for my wife. She will not watch anything
Right,
unless
yeah,
murder
yeah.
is
she is
involved.
not.
fill
I
us in.
swear to God, she is not Lauren Dixon's daughter.
By the way, if I go missing, everyone look at her.
I'm in the same boat. Everything's a murder mystery, dude.
Yeah, her comfort show is
How
Law
to
and
hide
Order
a body.
SVU.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, she does. So she does like this.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely Lauren's daughter.
100%.
Yeah, because I thought you said she isn't. Oh, but
No,
she, yeah.
loves. That's
Those
if
two,
there's
yeah.
The first question, hey, I found a new show, honey. Is there murder in it?
Is there dismemberment? Sign
Yes.
me up. Yeah, there's murder. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So and then
Add it to
there's
list.
lots of she likes crime. So there's lots of crime for her to sink her teeth into.
Okay,
It's
good.
it is really
Right,
really
Task. Okay.
good. Yeah, really well done. So what do you got? What do you?
Other than K-pop Demon Hunter, of
You know,
course.
I don't have much right now. I haven't been in front of the TV very often over the last several weeks. I've been locked in the studio.
Music, podcasts, anything? Or you just have
No, you know, my music. I was
yeah.
just hitting my buddy up. My music game is, I'm on Spotify, and I'm carving for 8 hours straight, and I'm sick of my music. I'm sick of my podcast. So if you got any recommendations, I'd
Do
love.
you know Nico Case?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oh my God. Do you know the National?
No.
No. Okay.
I've been living under a rock
Wow.
or buried in the studio. One of the two. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah. So I need some
the
recommendations.
soundtrack to my adulthood. I mean, especially time spent down in Hammondsport. It revolves around the National, who are just this incredible, very moody, very atmospheric band. And they just produced, members of the National just produced Nico Case's latest album. It's her first release in 7 years. I think it's her 7th album. And she is just this very soulful songwriter. Her music is just so captivating. It just really seeps into my pores.
Oh, wow.
And she's also got just like a powerhouse voice. So so the two of them coming together.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
All right.
Anything else?
You know what? We'll save it for next week. Yeah.
Should we tease next week?
Yeah.
geez.
Go right ahead.
We've got a Halloween theme for next week.
Oh, good.
Adam, you're going to want to watch that episode. Maybe we can have that on in your ear while you're carving.
I will absolutely do that. Yeah.
This is good.
We have a paranormal expert that's going to be joining us.
Really, a local. Mm-hmm. Oh,
She is part of the Rochester Candlelight Ghost Walks
wow.
and also investigates paranormal experiences in the Rochester area. So we'll have a lot of questions, a lot of stories.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
We're going to get down to the lady. It's the lady in white. Is that in Irondequoit?
Yes. I have no idea. No clue.
You'll be scared. Get ready. The hair.
What are you wearing?
I know what you're wearing. Are you gonna find it?
I'm gonna find a turban and like a cape. And
Do you plan your wardrobe before each weeks in advance?
This one's extra special. I wanted to wear a pumpkin costume for this one, but Mark said no.
I almost brought my foam pumpkin head just to start off the
you
interview.
got one, really? Oh my God, that would be great.
So that'll be fun. So Jenny Lynn's gonna be joining us next week on that
Looking forward to
episode.
it very much so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Talk to you again next time.